Good evening and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Pakistan is actively pursuing diplomatic efforts to facilitate the second round of Iran-United States talks. According to sources, a high-level meeting chaired by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif reviewed the regional situation following the extension of the Iran-US ceasefire. Senior federal ministers and top officials attended, agreeing to continue diplomatic engagement to support ongoing negotiations. Pakistan also welcomed the US president's decision to extend the ceasefire. Separately, Prime Minister Sharif met Iranian Ambassador Reza Amiri Moghadam to discuss regional developments and peace efforts, with both sides reviewing prospects for a durable agreement. Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar, Special Assistant Tariq Fatemi, and the Foreign Secretary were also present. For more on this, we go to our Islamabad correspondent, Sarah William.
Thank you, Chris. Officials here in Islamabad say Pakistan is positioning itself as a key diplomatic bridge in easing tensions between Tehran and Washington. The recent high-level meeting underscores the government's focus on stability in the region, particularly given the economic and security implications. Sources indicate that Pakistan is maintaining close communication with both sides to encourage continued dialogue. The meeting with the Iranian ambassador also highlights Islamabad's intent to strengthen bilateral coordination during this sensitive period. Back to you.
Thank you, Sarah. Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan is set to visit London this week for talks on the conflicts in Iran and Ukraine, according to a Turkish diplomatic source quoted by Reuters. During his visit, he will also discuss cooperation among NATO allies. The trip coincides with Britain hosting two-day talks involving military planners from more than 30 countries, aimed at advancing a mission to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Several countries have expressed willingness to join the Britain and France-led initiative to protect shipping in the strait, although Fidan has cautioned about the operational challenges such a mission may face. Meanwhile, the seizure of vessels by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps reflects Tehran's stated position on maritime control. Iranian authorities have reiterated that all ships and oil tankers passing through the Strait of Hormuz must coordinate in advance with the IRGC. Officials say 2 vessels were seized for violating these requirements. Iran has also indicated plans to introduce transit charges and fees, reinforcing its intention to assert authority over one of the world's most strategically important waterways. In another development, Israel's Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar has called on Lebanon to cooperate with Israel against Hezbollah, ahead of the resumption of direct talks in Washington, D.C. Speaking during an event marking Israel's 78th Independence Day, Sa'ar emphasized that joint action is necessary to counter Hezbollah's influence. He acknowledged that such cooperation would involve difficult decisions but described it as essential for achieving long-term peace and stability. Chinese President Xi Jinping has said China is ready to help African nations cope with economic challenges stemming from the U.S. and Israel's war with Iran. Xi made the remarks while hosting Mozambique's President Daniel Chapo in Beijing, marking the first visit by an African leader since the conflict began. He noted that African countries are particularly vulnerable to global disruptions, especially those linked to the Strait of Hormuz, and pledged stronger cooperation for peace and development. The meeting comes ahead of an expected visit by U.S. President Donald Trump, and amid rising tensions involving Taiwan. China has also announced 0 tariffs on imports from 53 African countries, excluding Eswatini due to its ties with Taiwan. Turning to the economy, Pakistan's Finance Minister Muhammad Aurangzeb met with the European Union ambassador to discuss economic cooperation and investment opportunities. He stated that Pakistan's economy is moving toward macroeconomic stability and highlighted the country's return to international capital markets after 4 years as a significant milestone. Aurangzeb reaffirmed the government's commitment to structural reforms. During the meeting, the EU ambassador invited him to address the Pakistan-EU Business Forum, where he is scheduled to deliver a keynote speech on April 28th in Islamabad. Finally, the Pakistani government has decided to repay an additional $1 billion to the United Arab Emirates, according to sources. The payment, expected on Thursday, will bring the total repaid amount to $2.5 billion. Officials noted that Pakistan had received $2 billion in deposits from the UAE in 2018, followed by another $1 billion in 2023. State Bank of Pakistan sources have assured that the latest repayment will not impact foreign exchange reserves, particularly following the recent receipt of $3 billion from Saudi Arabia. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.